Do you find solitude lonely or energizing? During a recent solo trip, I began reflecting about the solitude I experienced during cancer treatment in comparison to now post-treatment. I'm Catherine. Welcome to the Inspired Vitality Show. In this video, I'm going to run through 3 pitfalls and powers of solitude during and post-cancer treatment. Full transparency, I consider myself an introvert, so I'm looking at this from that lens. Of course, everybody is different and has their own experiences, but this is what I've observed. So first of all, let's jump in. During treatment, the pitfalls are that people are in your space, knowing details of your life that you maybe would never share normally. And they might be making you uncomfortable, causing you to withdraw into solitude. Now, the power behind this particular pitfall is that you learn to create boundaries as you navigate what you're going to share and with who. In this process, you might also figure out who in your life shows up for you in a time of crisis. The second pitfall during treatment is that you become overscheduled with appointments, leading to that need or craving time alone. Time alone then might lead to a downward spiral of thoughts and emotions. These can include thoughts of sadness and worry and thinking about mortality, perhaps even jealousy of what others are doing while you're going through treatment. The power of the alone time during treatment, however, is that it is a time to recharge if you're going through all of those appointments. And you can use that time well. Zoning out in front of TV doesn't help you go through these emotions, but it does allow an escape from the thoughts. So it's key to balance that quiet reflection time and time to just let your brain shut down for a while. The third pitfall that you might find during treatment in times of solitude is overeating or undereating. I think we all know that it's really easy to just eat our emotions and let that eating get out of control. During cancer treatment, there might be undereating as well. Perhaps you don't feel like cooking for yourself, or perhaps you don't feel well because of the treatments and you don't feel like eating. Remember, however, you have the power to control what you put in your mouth. You might want to look at it as an opportunity to take control where you can in a situation that is completely out of control. Now, during post-treatment, things are a little bit different. One of the pitfalls is that you might feel like you're a completely different person, leaving you feeling a bit lost in your life and your relationships. You might have found that some people disappeared during that cancer treatment because they couldn't handle it. You then have the power of assessing those relationships and deciding who you want to allow back into your life. This might also be an opportunity to redirect your life, perhaps going back to school or getting a new job. And like I said, assessing those relationships or creating new ones. The second pitfall post-treatment is that it's simply maybe that the cancer doesn't end. And by this, I mean that there's ongoing side effects. And you know it, but your friends and family may not know it. This can lead to solitude if, for example, you cannot be as physically active with certain friends as you used to be, leading to change in relationships. This lack of understanding may drive a wedge and cause resentment on either part as you withdraw from activities. The power that you have is sharing your ongoing struggles with others, which can deepen a relationship. Allowing people to see the realness not only educates them, but can bring more compassion and understanding. And if those ongoing effects lead to more solitude, perhaps you learn different activities that you enjoy. Now, the third pitfall post-treatment is that when you have alone time, you may become stuck in that fear of recurrence. I have a strategy for that, and I'm going to share that with you in a moment. Reflection is so powerful. When you use solitude to thoughtfully reflect and assess, things become more clear and less scary. There is power in that. In reflection, you might observe fear or other emotions, yet not stay stuck in them, because after things become clear, you're more ready to take action. If you want to learn more about this, I do have a downloadable guide. I call it my ABLE strategy, and it is on my website, inspiredvitality.life. So I'm going to put a link to that in the video description. The pitfalls of solitude can drain you of time and energy and joy. It can be challenging in those moments of solitude to see the power that you have. But I encourage you to consider this. Cancer is really hard. If you are a cancer patient, whether in treatment or post-treatment, you are already doing the hard stuff. Let that be your point of reference to see your power to create solitude that nourishes you. Now, if you didn't catch all that, of course you can replay the video, but I'm also going to write a more detailed blog on this topic, which I'll put on my website, inspiredvitality.life, in the next couple of days. Once it's published, I'm going to add it to the video description. If you can relate to these pitfalls and powers of solitude, give me a like and add to this discussion by commenting. I'll see you soon.